Hey guys, Taylor here and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you've already been here, thanks for coming back. So in today's video, I'm finally going to be doing a review with the new holiday eyeshadow palette from Pat McGrath. This is the Mothership Mega Celestial Nirvana eyeshadow palette. So if you are interested in seeing how I created this look with the new limited edition eyeshadow palette from Pat McGrath, then please keep on watching. Before we start the video, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Please turn your post notifications on so you get notified every time your girl uploads a video. And follow me on Instagram. And with that being said, let's jump right into the video. Alright you guys, so my brows are already done. You guys already know the drill. I will leave my brow routine up above so you guys can check that out. So jumping right into this year's limited edition eyeshadow palette from Pat McGrath. This one retails for $82 and comes with 18 shadows. I believe the one last year was $78, so I'm not sure why the price increased, but this is still a lot cheaper than a regular Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette. So this is what the package looks like, similar to last year. Packaging last year was red, this year is pink. And this year I feel like we got a little bit more color in comparison to the last two holiday palettes from Pat McGrath. I feel like the shades in this palette, you don't see a lot of like repeat shades, if I'm making sense. I'm going to show you what I mean next to the one from last year. Alright you guys, so I went ahead and I just snipped the strings from the side of the palette just because that was holding me back. But this is the palette from last year and this is this year. As I said before, this year I'm seeing a lot more color in the palette and I personally really like that. You definitely get your neutrals and your everyday shades, but that pop of color just makes the palette a little bit different from the last two. Okay you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and swatch these shadows and then we can jump into the eye look. Alright you guys, so I went ahead and I swatched the eyeshadows. So this is what the swatches look like. Not the best swatches, but you guys see the pigment. I've said this the last two times that I reviewed the limited edition palettes from Pat McGrath. If you want to try Pat McGrath shadows, this is the perfect time to try them. The pigment is there. You get the same amazing formula, but at a cheaper price point, which is why I personally love to purchase these palettes around the holiday time. You get a little bit of everything in this palette. You are getting your everyday neutrals and you are getting that pop of color. When I personally play with colorful eyeshadows, you guys know I lean more towards the purples and the pinks and the blues, which is why I love the colorful shades that she chose for this palette, just because it's shades that I personally usually use when I reach for like a pop of color. So because my last video was also an eyeshadow palette review and that was more on the neutrals and the browns, I feel like I want to play with the colors in this palette. So I'm going to prep my eyes. I'm using my ABH concealer as always. This is in the shade number 18. I love this concealer as eyeshadow base. I used to use the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, but I used that up and I've been using this one and I really enjoy it. And I'm going to just set this down with some Sephora translucent setting powder. Okay you guys, so I'm stuck between the green and the purples. I feel like the green is going to be my holiday look, so I'm going to do the purples today. I'm going to use this shade as my transition and I'm taking this on my E27 brush from Morphe. I'm just going to blend this all over my crease. I don't know if that shade is showing up on camera, but I feel like that is a really nice transition shade. I'm taking my M573 brush from Morphe and I'm going to use this purple shade right here. And I'm just going to pat that on the outer portions of the eyes and just work that shade in. And then I'll blend it after. I'm just going to keep building this shade up. So I'm using a different M573 brush, and I'm taking this bright purple shade right here, and I'm going to lightly tap that over top that last shade. I'm going to take back the first M573 brush, the one that I used for the first purple shade, and just go lightly over the edges, just a little bit. You guys already know I do not know what I'm doing, and it is colorful, so I'm going to keep it simple, and I'm going to take this icy purple shade right here. Hopefully it's not like a loose shimmer shade, and I'm going to try and pack that right in here. And just like that, we are getting the pigment. By the way, this flat brush that I'm using is from AliExpress. It is no longer available, so just use any flat brush that you have. I'm taking back the M573 brush, and I'm going to go back in with this first purple shade just to blend the edges like that. And I'm going to do that on both sides. And I'm also taking back the second M573 brush with the bright purple shade, and I'm just going to do the same thing. Alright you guys, so I'm going to leave the eyes as is. I'm going to apply some lashes, and then I'll be right back. Alright you guys, so this is what the eyes are looking like so far. My lash glue is still drying. I'm going to go ahead and do my base off camera, and then come back and do my lower lash line with you guys. So I'll be right back. Alright you guys, I'm back, and I'm going to do my lower lash line with you guys. I went in with the tiniest bit of brown liner. I just used my Sephora liner in the shade Molasses. I'm going to go in with both the purple shades. I'm just going to mix both shades and just blend that on my lower lash line. And I'm taking another small detailing brush. This is the M213, and I'm going to go back in with the icy purple shade. That's the shade on my lid, and I'm just going to pot that in my inner corners. I also went in with a little bit of mascara. I used the Rare Beauty mascara in the shade Black. I'm going to quickly do my lips. I'm using the Sephora liner again in the shade Molasses to line my lips. I want the lips to look super nude, so I'm using the Artist Couture lipstick in the shade Angel Baby. And then for gloss, I'm using the Pat McGrath gloss in the shade For Real. Alright you guys, so this is the finished look. Let me give you guys my final thoughts real quick on this year's holiday eyeshadow palette from Pat McGrath. As I said before, the color story of this one is a little bit different in comparison to the last two, and I personally really like that. I love that she added a pop of color. I feel like you get a little bit of everything in here, and I really like that. As I said before, if you want to try Pat McGrath shadows, now is the perfect time to do this. Even though this one is a little bit more expensive in comparison to the last two, I do feel like it is worth it. This is my third Mothership Mega, and the formula has remained consistent throughout all three palettes. I feel like the formula is the same amazing Pat McGrath formula. The pigment is there. It's very easy to work with. If you are a beginner and you pick this palette up, I think it's going to be very easy to work with. As you guys saw, I used the colorful shadows today and it was super easy to blend. The pigment was there, and it's just all around a really good palette. So if you were thinking about picking this up, I do recommend it. The Sephora sale is coming around and it is the perfect time to pick this palette up. I will remind you guys around the Sephora sale, but in my books it is a 10 out of 10. Alright you guys, so that is everything. I know this video was a little bit late, but I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I really hope you guys found it helpful. You are definitely going to be seeing this palette in a lot more looks. As I said before, I want to use the greens in like a holiday look, so be on the lookout for that. But I really enjoyed filming this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, everything that I used in today's video I will have linked down below for you guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.